So today we're talking about the Hava compact countertop dishwasher. Now you're probably thinking to yourself, Phil, you do drones. Well, I do different things and I like doing things that keep my mind sane. And I wanted to talk about this dishwasher. This is not a sponsor video because I have a dishwasher here which is a 60 and I'm by myself in the studio and I eat lunch, and when I put my plates in there it takes about 3-4 days before I fill it up and it stinks to high heaven. This one, I put in basically a couple of things that I eat via, one day of lunch, and then I stick it in there, and you can see it on at the moment. We can pause it, and there's a nice little blue light. Look, pause it. And if you are at the beginning of the cycle, you can pause it, put in some extra, dishes, and close it, and then carry on washing. Now it smells very nice because I have put a finished tablet in there. There is a little kind of like compartment for a tablet, but it's a little bit weird because it's not like in your conventional dishwasher where you have a little like, a lock and then it opens after 5-10 minutes. Here you put it in, it just slides into the bottom. And the hot water kind of creates, foam, and it cleans everything nicely. So I'm not sure if there's a need for that little compartment, or you could just stick it in the bottom. Anyway, it does come with a few accessories, so you get a jug. The jug is important because the jug fills up 1.8 liters, and 3 of these jugs, if you pour them into the very top of the dishwasher, will fill up the dishwasher. So you don't need this permanently connected to your water mains. You can basically fill up 3 of these, pour it in, and on the 3rd one, at the end, you're going to hear 3 beeps. That means that the dishwasher is now full of water and you don't have to put any more in. Now, you can also connect it to the mains via this hose, which will allow water to get to the certain, point it needs to, and there is a connection at the back of it. You also have 2 options for the outlet. So you have an outlet that I currently have connected to a bucket. And so you can use this for camping. You can use this in areas that, you might not be able to use a normal dishwasher, but you can also have the hose connected straight to the mains or to your sink, for example. It's got a little suction cup, so that keeps it in place, and the water, basically, all the dirty water goes down there. Apart from that, it's a pretty simple dishwasher. The coolest thing, obviously, as you can see straight away, is that it has a window. I think every kid wanted a window on the dishwasher so you can see the plates getting clean. Obviously, before you put the plates in there, give them a little bit of a wash off of any kind of, big pieces of chicken leg or whatever you've got on there, and put them in. It does a really good job. I've been using it for about a month now and testing it out to see if there are any problems. 0 problems. The top shelf is a little bit low, so that's why I put the glasses down here, because they fit, but they don't always get perfectly clean. So I kind of put my IKEA lunch kind of box up there, and that fits in perfectly and gets clean nicely. It does a good job. I'm not going to lie to you, it does a good job, and I actually wanted to use it for something a little bit more interesting, and that's hats. YouTubers have a lot of caps, right? We have a lot of caps, and the worst thing you can do is to chuck it into the washing machine, because I chucked this one in the washing machine. That's why I had to buy a new one, and it completely ruined it, because it swirls around, it does a lot of bad stuff. Whereas if you put the cap in the dishwasher, you can even use this, which I'm guessing is a fruit basket, because it also has a fruit cleaning option. It's weird because it lasts 19 minutes. I clean my fruit in about 10 seconds under a tap, but you can put the fruit in here and it will clean it, obviously without detergent. It's odd. But you can put your cap in here, and the great thing about cleaning your cap in a dishwasher is that it doesn't ruin it. You basically put it in, air dry it afterwards, and you're done. And even if you have a really filthy dirty cap, sticking it in the dishwasher will bring it back to perfect newness, freshness. It will look absolutely fantastic. Don't put detergent in. I think just cleaning it with water is enough, but it's a lot easier than scrubbing it with a brush or ruining it in the washing machine. So this thing comes in at about $400 or euro. I think you can get it on sale for about $100 or €100 less at about 300. And like I said, it's really well made. I think it's for people who, for example, don't have time or don't have space for a dishwasher. Maybe some older people who don't want to, wash dishes, or can't wash dishes, can't bend over the sink, or, stuff like that. That definitely will come in handy. It's good for 1 to 2 people. you have the speed mode, which at the moment it is on the speed mode, and it takes about 20, I think 28, 29 minutes to do the speed mode. The long normal mode is about 60, 65 minutes or something. And then you have a baby mode, so it you can clean baby stuff, so it's all, you know, sterilized and all that. Mind you, I would recommend just boiling it, because that's the way I've done it with my kids. You also have a dry mode, so if you press the dry mode, it adds an extra 60 minutes, and it's basically blowing hot air in there, making it, you know, nice and clean. In terms of loudness, that's how loud it is. It's letting water out now into the bucket. Just checking if it's safe. Yeah, it's done a good job. It's about as loud as any other dishwasher. Maybe a touch pretty but not much. It's not something like you sit there going, "Oh my God, this is really loud." No, it's pretty quiet. And you can add the dry basically to any of the modes. And cycling through the modes, you just press the mode button. And like I said, you can always pause it in case something's falling down or it's hitting. And then once you do that, you can open it. And the dishes are already really nice and clean now. I was eating spaghetti bolognese, and what else was I eating? I think broth soup with pasta. So the dishes after half the time are already clean, but obviously I do rinse them underneath the tap, just so they're not filthy when I put them in there, not to clog the drain. Now I can see the tablet is still a little bit in there, and it's got 16 more minutes to go. So if I press play or unpause it, it goes. And it's really that simple. Now I would recommend at the end of it that you keep it open, because just like the washing machine, just like the dishwasher, it can get, you know, fungus. So keeping things like this open means that you won't get ill or make the rest of your family ill due to fungus, you know. So make sure you do air stuff nicely. But for this price, I think it's pretty cool as a countertop dishwasher. My friend actually had one, and she didn't have a window on the front, and that was really boring. So with the window and blue light, you can just sit there and wash your dishes and use it as entertainment in a way. All of it is really well designed. It's really well made. You do get a instruction booklet with basically everything you need, how to use it, how to set it up, and there really isn't much setting up to do. I basically plugged it in, poured the water in, set it on speed today, and pressed play. The tablet does its own thing. All the water goes into the bucket down there, and then you pour the bucket out, unless you have it connected to your sink. That's it. That's really it. I mean, washing the hat is definitely what I'm mainly going to be using it for, because, you know, the hats, they get really filthy, they get all kind of sweaty and nasty, and putting a hat in the dishwasher is by far the best way to keep that hat looking clean, fresh, and beautiful. The whole time I've been talking, as you see, it has been on, and that's what you basically can hear, the sound of the dishwasher, and that's how loud it is. But yeah, if you have any questions, any comments, drop them down below. If you haven't liked my video, make sure you do. Give me a subscribe, and I'm going to catch you on the next one. Next one might actually be a drone, because this doesn't fly. Right, so that is the bucket full. You got some little bit of steam coming out there. You can see that's the little hole. And it smells nice. It does smell nice. Now, if we open it up, it looks very clean. Now, I was using finished tablets, so let's just have a look here. This is how I put everything in, by the way. So I got my plate there, I got my lunch boxes there, all the cutlery here, and oh, it's hot. It is very hot, but it is crazy clean. So now you can close it up, and up onto here we have the dry options. So we can basically press dry, and we can let it dry. And that adds an extra hour on top of it, but I really don't think that's needed. We can turn it off, open it up, and let it air dry. And this is the bucket. We can now take this off. This is the suction cup. And what we can do is we can take this bucket and we can throw it out. There isn't much water in it.